Hello everyone and welcome to our Tech Training Thursdays. Today we have Joanna Molina, our reading coach and CIT over at Kelly Farr Elementary. Joanna is going to talk to us about how to empower young authors using AI as a narrative partner. Go ahead, Joanna. Welcome and take it away.
Welcome, everyone. It's nice to have you here. Okay, the title is Empowering Young Authors Using AI as a Narrative Partner. We will be using, wait a minute, I went too far. We're going to be using Magic School AI, and some of the ways that you can have students use the AI would be using Raina as a collaborative storytelling and creative writing to create writing activities. You can have her help by providing story prompts, and the students can also use Raina to help with character development exercises. So let's keep going there. We have interactive story creation. The student can start the story and then Raina adds the paragraph or a section to it. And according to what Raina, adds to it, the student then continues the story. And so that gets repeated and keeps going after that. And we'll try some in a little bit. I just want to kind of go through the information and then we'll go into Magic School and check it out. Okay, that's interactive story creation. This is great for developing narrative skills, practicing creative writing, and enhancing imagination. Another activity you can use Raina for is the story prompt challenge. You just have random story starter generator. You can use that tool inside Magic School, and Raina can provide unique story prompts. Then the students develop the story from those prompts, and this encourages creative writing and helps overcome writer's block. So she can actually, what we can do is have her create a prompt, and then from that prompt, we can go ahead and have her assist, like the student can have her assist with the actual creation of the story, and that'll help out. This is great for developing narrative skills. It's great for practicing creative writing and enhancing imagination. Another thing that we can do with Raina to help with writing for students is character development exercises. You can create a character profile. So Raina can suggest character development ideas. The student then expands on the character's background, and this helps develop rich, complex characters. This is great for enhancing understanding of characters. It helps students analyze motivational traits and backgrounds. It encourages deeper connections. And of course, it improves writing skills. And that's one of the things that we really want to work on is letting our students write and be creative, because all those skills will help them at the end whenever they have to assess, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Magic School. So we start with Raina. This will only require Raina, really. So I know for students to be able to use Magic School, you would have to create a classroom. And then once you create a classroom, of course, you invite your students. And when you have that set up, you can either share the tools that you want to use. So in this case, for the writing, you won't really have to share any of the tools, so it'll be safe. We're really just going to use Raina. So what I did, because I was like, okay, I want to present something. So what I did is I kind of gave Raina this prompt. A friend suggested that students could write a story with you helping them. They will choose a story to write. Students begin the story, and I asked Raina, like, okay, how is this true? Can you help me with this? And once I did that, she gave me all these ideas, like the interactive story creation that I just told you, and then a story prompt challenge. But she also added other ones like a genre exploration writing, a mystery story chain. So again, you can, when we're working with Raina, we're trying to create a story, the student's trying to create a story, they can prompt Raina, I'm trying to create, let's create a mystery story. You start the first paragraph and I'll continue. And so you add to it, and then she'll write the next paragraph. You have to kind of just give her the directions, and then Raina will go, continue with the student from there. There's also point of view switching. So students write from different character perspectives. Depending on the level of your students and what grade level they're at, these are all activities that you can do to enhance the writing for children, right? And this is the one I shared with you, the character development exercise, where you create a character profile. There's also poetry, collaborative poetry with Raina. You'll do a line by line poetry, and it's especially if you're trying to teach a type of poetry in your classroom, you can have the students go in and in my class and kind of prompt Raina by saying, like, they can say, in my classroom, we're learning about this type of poetry. Can you and I work together to create one? I create one line, you create the other, and then she'll help you do that. Okay, and for the benefits for these activities, you enhance the writing skills, you promote creativity, develop collaborative abilities, and make writing fun and interactive. So let's try one. So we can try collaborative storytelling. Student starts a story. So if we go to Raina, we can say, for example, I'm gonna pretend I'm a student. I can say, I'm gonna say third grade. Third grade student. Can you help me create a story? And we can say what kind of story. A story, let's see. We can list a story, a mystery story. A mystery story. It can have, and if, like, you want to tell the kids, you can have the kids brainstorm first of what they want to kind of have tell Raina, and they can tell her what type of story, a mystery story, how many characters and all that, right? So this part will be where you kind of have the kids do it beforehand, and then once they're ready, they can come in, or they can just come in and start, and Raina will take them as she goes. Okay, it can have a main character. It can have, I'm gonna say Rebecca, that's my daughter's name, Rebecca as the main character. Let's see, what else can we do? And if you want to chime in and you want something specific that for me to add in here, go ahead and chime in. You can start the first paragraph. I will add to it. Or we can take turns, right? I think that's better. Let me see. You can start the first paragraph. I will add to it. We can take turns that way. Adding to the story. We can take turns adding to the story. And then she'll kind of go from there. And so you see how she just said, mystery story, the case of the missing necklace. One sunny afternoon, Rebecca was playing in her backyard when she noticed something shiny glimmering in the grass. Curious, she walked over to investigate and found a beautiful sparkling necklace. Just as she picked it up, she heard a soft voice behind her say, "The necklace belongs to me." Rebecca turned around to see her neighbor, Miss Thompson, looking worried. "It was stolen from my house," she said. "I need your help to find out who took it." And so now Raina says, "Your turn." And so this is where the child would then continue writing, right? Rebecca, Rebecca. And here, you, like, beforehand, you can talk to students about the setting, how to interact the setting, how to, like, choose the setting, choose, like, the problem and the solution and all the plot elements. You can have them have that, brainstorm on that first, and then they come in, and she will just kind of guide them. Raina will guide them through the storyline and the plot. And as they go, it just, they can keep adding to it. And depending on what they're adding to it, it just creates a story at the end. So it gets very creative. They get to think out of the box. They get to decide, add more characters when they're going to add characters. Change up, maybe put like another, like a twist to the story. All those little things where it gets creative. If I was going to try this first, I would kind of try it as a whole group. Let's create one together as a class. Right. And then that way they can kind of get the practice of it. And then that's when I would release it to students. But I don't know what you all think about what kind of, like, this would be helpful, or how this would be helpful, or just fun in general to create a story with your students. It's going to help with the fluency. It's going to help with reading. It's going to help with vocabulary, because as a teacher, you can, as a class, you can decide, okay, we're going to create the story. We want to make sure that we use this kind of vocabulary, and you can prompt Raina at the beginning, please use this type of vocabulary, like these vocabulary words in our story, and they'll have that practice to to use during the creation of this story with Raina. So Rebecca walked, I'm just going to add another one just to see the next paragraph. Where was she? And I'm playing in her backyard. Oh, we walked in to her kitchen and noticed that cabinets had been shuffled through. I don't know. Let me see. Shuffled through. It's not a paragraph, but let's see what she says. She quickly ran outside to tell Miss Thompson what she found. Miss Thompson, the cabinets in your kitchen are all out of order. It looks like someone was searching for something. Miss Thompson's eyes widened in alarm. Oh no, that means the thief could still be nearby. We need to figure out who could have done this. Rebecca's heart raced with excitement as she thought about the mystery ahead. Let's start by asking the neighbors if they saw anything strange, she suggested. So you see, like, Raina can really walk the student, even just what she just said, she's kind of guiding the student, what Raina kind of provided, she's guiding the student of what they could kind of write next to keep the storyline moving. So that's that one for the creative story one. Let me see. Let me go back in here. Let's stop sharing. Here we go. So what do you all think? Do you think this is something that you could use in your classroom? How would you use this, Deborah? Like it's
Maybe like on a fun Friday.
yeah, that's great. Like on a fun
Friday,
Friday. Yeah, have them create. Like I said, you can start by having maybe modeling it, how they could do that, something like that, with the classroom and with the teacher. And then you let them, if you're going to want, I mean, I know it depends on the grade level, but then if you do want to create the classroom or if you don't, you can do it as a whole group and then let them loose and then have them be creative as well. And so that's what I have. Any questions?
No questions.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, so it looks like fun. It looks like I want to try it.
You can try a new role now.
I know I am. I'm definitely going to try it because, it would help with fluency if you're going to have the kids read a line at a time or, there's a lot of ways you can kind of use this prompt or this AI writing to kind of help them with their literacy.
Ms. Castillo is asking if it has a mic for students to speak instead of typing. Does Raina have a mic?
Does she have a mic?
She does.
She does?
I think there's a mic on Magic School, but not sure in Raina herself, but if you do it in Magic Student, it should.
I do see it. I'm sorry, I'm not sharing anymore, but when you're typing in, it says send a message, there's a little mic. Yeah, that's a good idea. I hadn't noticed that. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions before we do our door prizes?